Hey dreamers, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am here for my November book haul. It's a lot, so let's just get through it. Way more than I anticipated. So that one book that I had, yeah, blew up. Anyway, let's get right into it. I did get some digital books. I got a whole bunch from like a free event. I won't be going through all of those because it's way too much, but I will show the ones that I actually purchased towards the end of the video. This one is a gift that I got from my Dr. Jess. She has never actually seen me, but I call her my doctor because she is a doctor. She's my sister's best friend. And I love her to pieces. She's so sweet. But she sent this for me when I was having my whole stroke thing. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Jess. And this is Summer on the Bluffs by Sunny Hostin. And in speaking to her, I didn't know that it was a series. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. It is a summer book, so I'm not sure if I'm going to wait until the summer to read it. It just depends on my mood, really. So we'll see about that. But I am looking forward to it because I was looking at this in either Walmart or Target, and I resisted buying it, and then she ended up sending it to me anyway, so that was perfect. And then moving on, I ended up grabbing, I went to Barnes & Noble for the buy one, get one half off. I wanted some Christmas books, and I was hoping to get the How My Neighbor Stole Christmas one by Megan Quinn, but of course they were all out of stock. Everywhere was out of stock. I ended up having to buy it online through Target, and I'll share that in a little bit. But what I did find was R.F. Kuang's The Poppy War, and I've heard great things about this, and it's a series, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a series. So those are the rest of the books on the back there, and I've heard a lot of good things about Babel as well, so I did want to give her a go. And it says this is the best fantasy debut of the year, Wired, and I'm not exactly sure when this came out, but I'm definitely looking forward to reading that. I did get one Christmas book while I was there, and it's called Wreck My Plans. And it looked really, really cute. I'm not exactly sure what it's about. So I won't be going like through all of the blurbs and stuff like that because it's way too much. But I can give you something quick. It says a sweet and spicy holiday romance between a spiritual artist who returns to her small town for Christmas and her older brother's best friend, a serious architect who pushes all her buttons, but whom she can't seem to stay away from. So yeah, looking forward to getting into that as well because I'm reading a Christmas romance right now, and but yeah, anyway, moving on. So the next set of books are all the books that I picked up from Target's buy two get one free. The first three books are the first three books are ones I picked up actually in store, and the other three books are the ones I ended up ordering online because I could not find them in store. So yeah, anyway, let's get to it. I did grab The Naturals. I've heard great things about this. It is a young adult. The first three are young adult novels, if I'm not mistaken. So I did want to grab that. It's about this girl who has like a natural talent of reading people, and then she gets recruited by this FBI program, if I'm not mistaken, and shenanigans ensue. So looking forward to that. And then I also got Better Than the Movies. I've heard so many good things about this from a lot of different people, so I did want to go ahead and grab that and just see what it's about. I don't know, but I think it's like kind of giving like the fun 90s movies we all used to love. So yeah, anyway, want to read that, and hopefully young adult is probably a cute, cozy little romance or whatever. So, and then I got The Way I Used to Be. I think, I can't remember who I saw reading this, but they were raving about it. And I know I should temper my expectations when people do the raving, because the raving be getting me in trouble a lot of the times. But I did grab that. As I said, it was a young adult novel. And it says, I want to get as far away from the past as possible, be as different from that girl as I can. So, and it's The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. All right, and these are the ones that I picked up online. As I said, I had to order How My Neighbor Stole Christmas because everywhere was out of stock. All my local Barnes & Nobles, or the ones that were in reasonable distance from me, all the Targets, all the Walmarts, I'm talking everywhere, out of stock on this book, and I really wanted to read it. I heard it's like a very outrageous Christmas romance, and it says every Kringle in Kringletown celebrated Christmas a lot, but Coal Black on Worcester Lane unfortunately did not. And apparently it is a How the Grinch Stole Christmas retelling, so it should be outrageous and shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to reading that. by Megan Quinn. And this will actually be my first Megan Quinn novel, so I can at least get a feel for her writing and see if I'll like her or not. And then I picked up a novel, Christmas. As you can see, I'm like in the middle of it now. It's only 250 pages, but if I'm being honest, I'm not really liking it. Because it's only 250 pages, I'm going to try to get through it anyway. But the amount of times I've already considered DNF in this book, for me, the writing is super simplistic, very basic, and the dialogue and like the flirting and stuff is very, very cringe. Hopefully, maybe it gets better. We'll see. But yeah, so far, not my favorite. And then I also picked up Love on the Rebound by Aries Spears. I honestly picked this up because I love the cover. Like, seriously, the cover is giving, okay? And it says, a romantic chase in which a fitness guru falls for a full-figured paralegal. However, her self-esteem and past relationship struggles leaves her doubting if Mr. Fitness is Mr. Too Good to be True. So that sounded perfectly interesting. So I did pick all of those up from Target. And then I also ordered from Book Outlet, since they were having their Black Friday sale, and I think everything was $5.99. However, a few of the books I got for cheaper than that. So yeah, and then I got a couple gifts for my mom. So anyway, we'll go through that. Okay, Book Outlet. Excited for these. I love Alyssa Cole. I have been reading her Reluctant Royals series, and this says Runaway Royals. So I've really been enjoying her books. I've read them here and there through the last couple of years, and so I did grab this, and it is a Runaway Royals, and it's How to Catch a Queen, again by Alyssa Cole. And it says an arranged marriage leads to unexpected desire, and the first book of Alyssa Cole's Runaway Royals series. So this is different from the Reluctant Royals, but I'm wondering if it connects somehow. You know how they have interconnected romances and stuff like that. And I also picked up this by her. It's a novella. As I said, I love her writing, so yeah, I did grab that. And it says this is a Reluctant Royals novella, so they at least go together. And this just says Alyssa Cole delivers another fun, sexy romance novella in her Reluctant Royals series. So yeah, anyway, grab those two. And these were the ones that were cheaper. They were like maybe $2 and change, like $2.49 or something like that. And then I grabbed Charming as a Verb, about this little kid, this I think 16-year-old boy who is he's a dog walker. He's doing something, and this girl that he knows from school finds out something he's doing that's probably not on the up and up. I don't think it's something like outrageous, and she blackmails him into helping her be cooler at school or something like that. So I've heard really great things about this, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. It is a young adult book. So, and then this one is called In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. And listen, the only reason I got this book, y'all, I had been having a dream. I had a dream about a New York Minute. Seriously, that's what I was debating with like a couple people what a New York Minute was. And we were coming up with all these different measurements or whatever. If anybody out there knows exactly what a New York Minute is, please let me know. Because after I got up, I actually Googled the term to see. Or it could just be a turn of phrase and that's it. That's all there is to it. I don't know. However, like after that dream, I happened to be like a day or two later, maybe not even that far, I heard about the Book Outlet thing, and I was just like scrolling through, looking at the books that they had on sale or whatever, and I saw this, and I was like, that's pretty serendipitous, so I grabbed it. Okay, I grabbed it, and it says, the love of your life could be just a subway stop away. And I think this is about a girl who like had a connection on the subway or something, and she rides the train. I don't know, don't give me the line. I'm gonna read it real quick. Franny Doyle is having the worst day. She's been laid off from her job. The subway doors ripped her favorite silk dress, and now she's flashed her unmentionables to half of Lower Manhattan. On the plus side, a dashing stranger, that's it, comes to the rescue. On the not so plus side, someone posted their entirely not meet cute online. Suddenly, Franny and Hayes Montgomery III are the newest social media sensation. Only Franny and Hayes couldn't be a more disastrous match. She's bright, talkative, and creative. He's serious, shy, and all about numbers. Luckily, in a city of 8 million people, they never have to meet again. Only somehow, Hayes and Franny keep running into each other, and much to their surprise, they enjoy each other's company, etc., etc. So yeah, it sounds good. Like, for something that just kind of came out of my dream, it sounds like a good read. So, looking forward to getting into that. I got Love Redesigned. I'm going to give Lauren Asher Asher another chance. I do believe she wrote the Billionaire series about the brothers who have to do, like, in the will, they have to do specific things to get their inheritance or something from their grandfather. I read the first in that series, and I didn't like it. I don't get the hype, if I'm being honest with you. And I was considering whether or not I was going to continue on with the series. I still don't know if I will, but I did want to go ahead and get this Love Redesign. So I will check this out. This is pretty long for a romance. I don't understand why a romance needs to be 500 plus pages. However, I'm going to give it a go and see how I like this one, and see if Lauren Asher is an author for me, because I, at this moment, do not know. And I do like that the color is purple. Like, that's my color. Anyway, I got these for my mom for Christmas as like a stocking stuffer, and she loves Donna Hill and Brenda Jackson. And I do believe this is like a newer Donna Hill book, and it's just called I Am Aya, or Aya, The Way Home. And it says, national best-selling author Donna Hill, finding the truth is only the beginning. Set amid Sag Harbor's vibrant African-American history, best-selling author Donna Hill weaves a stunningly rich story about finding the way home, no matter how long the journey takes. So that sounds interesting. I may have to borrow this for my mom. And then, of course, Miss Brenda Jackson. Love Her, The Midnight Hour, Passion and Danger Collides. That sounds like a romantic, can I talk? Romantic suspense, and I am here for it. I used to love me some romantic suspense. It's been a long while since I read that, so I may have to borrow this as well. And it just says, sexy, dangerous, unforgettable. The Medeiros family and their unlikely bond of friends captured readers' hearts and souls. Now in the midnight hour, best-selling author Brenda Jackson brings us another breathtaking novel featuring the Medeiros family and friends. So that is everything that I picked up from Book Outlet. And then we're going to get into the home stretch with everything that I picked up from Ollie's. Yes, I went back to Ollie's, and yes, they had a ton of new books for the cheap, so you know I had to grab it. Anyway, so that's it. We're going to get into Ollie's next. Okay, Ollie's, let's do it. I did pick up Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt, and it was $3.99. It's a paperback. Now, this is the same author that wrote Savor It. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I have already hauled that book, and it looks cute and interesting. So I'm curious to see what Funny Feelings will be about. It says cozy, tender, sexy, hilarious. I adored every word. So, you know, romance. We'll see what it is. Looking forward to getting into that. And then I ended up picking up Shadow and Bone for $2.99. They also had this there in hardback, but it was a little more expensive, and I prefer paperback anyway, and I'm not sure that this is something I'll end up keeping, so I just grabbed this for $2.99. I've heard great things about this. I've seen the Netflix series. I really love the Netflix series, so I was sad that they canceled it. And then she is also the author that wrote Six of Crows and The Ninth House, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how I like this one as far as the book goes, because, you know, anyway. Sarah Dessen, What Happened to Goodbye. I love this author. I used to grab her books. They are usually young adult romance books. Really, a lot of the stuff based in the summer. So it's just like a kind of like romance and coming of age type situations. And this one looks interesting. And it just says, a new day, a new place, a new life. In the past few years, McLean has pretended to be so many different people that she hardly remembers who she really is anymore. The adorable guy next door might be able to help her figure it out, but is she ready for it? Really cute. And I love that this author is actually from, like, she lives in a city like 10 minutes from where I live. And I really enjoy her writing for what it is. So, yeah. And then I got A Song of Storms and Silence, $2.99 by Roseanne A. Brown. Anyway, this is the second in a duology, and I've already read the first book, A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, last year. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it, but it wasn't something I knew I wanted to keep. So I did end up giving that away. And I was like, if I find the other book for a fairly great price or a good price, I'll probably grab it and end up reading it. But otherwise, it wasn't like something that I felt like I had to continue. But, I mean, $2.99 and it's hardback. I don't typically like hardbacks, but if that's a good price for a book, a $2.99, you know, hardback book or whatever. So I did grab it, and so I will be able to continue the series and figure out how it all ends or whatever. So like I said, it was interesting. It just, you know, it wasn't something that was top priority for me. So looking forward to getting into that, A Psalm of Storms and Silence. And then I've heard great things about this author. I've never read anything from them. So for $2.99, I did pick up a V.E. Schwab book. And it's called Gallant. I don't know if it's part of a series or if it's a standalone or what. I'll figure it out. Doesn't matter. And it just says everything casts a shadow, even the world we live in. See, that's really what it says on the back there. As I said, I have not read this author before, but I've heard great things about this author. So I decided to pick this one up to give them a go. And the next, I was actually very surprised to find this, as I feel like this is a newer book from this author, but I'm not like 100% sure. Anyway, it is Catherine Center, Hello Stranger. So I did pick that up. It's a hardback for $4.99. I felt like that wasn't bad at all. So, and it just says, praise for the bodyguard. Oh, this is praise for another book. Love isn't blind, it's just a little blurry. So that's like the quick blurb for this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Anyway. So yeah, pick that up, Hello Stranger. Last thing I picked up from Ollie's, and I was very surprised to see this. It's been on my radar. I just haven't picked it up. But for, what, $3.99? Ace of Spades. I have been wanting this book just because, honestly, the cover is badass. But, I do believe it's about these kids that go to this school and they kind of figure out that something's not quite right. A figure approaches the door and the distorted smile and pale skin of the mask come into view. So yeah, and I think it's like not a lot of POC at this school or whatever. So they figuring it out or whatever. But I'm looking forward to getting into this. So Ace of Spades, $3.99, and that does it for my Ollie's haul. And so next I will show you, I will just put a picture up of the books that I got that I bought digitally. Okay, the next couple of books are a series, and it's actually a long series, but I only ordered 2. I think it was like a good price for 2 of them, and it's a series by Tessa Stone. And honestly, I found it by just scrolling through Instagram and seeing the pictures for it, and the pictures was so intriguing to me that I clicked through to see what it was. And it's about supernatural shifters and stuff like that. So the first one is called Taming Cain. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about this supernatural community. They were under a curse for like 1,000 years. They couldn't find their fated mates or whatever. Anyway, the curse lifts. There's this one guy, Cain, who it's been like 10 years and he's like, I don't think I'll ever find my mate. And then this girl is like kind of running from somebody, and they kind of collide and things ensue from there. And then the next one in the series is called Claiming Gabriel. And if I'm not mistaken, Cain from the first book is like trying to bust up this sex trafficking ring or something with children, and Gabriel ends up helping, and he ends up meeting this woman, Olivia, if I'm not mistaken, who is also kind of working that same type of deal, and they end up you know, getting together or whatever. So that's a very brief very non-descriptive way of saying what these books are. But anyway, they look good. I love the covers. It's supernatural. It's wolf shifters. I'm all here for it. So I'm hoping that I really, really love those books, because if I do, I will continue reading the series. And I'm here. I'm always here for a werewolf read, okay? I love the wolves. Anyway, so that is it for my November haul. I picked up a lot again. A lot. And so I think I'm going to have to challenge myself to read through a stack before I even think about buying another book. So yeah, anyway, that does it. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.